Hello friends, in this video, let us learn a new concept, binding energy per nucleon. In the last video, we learned about binding energy and we will be defining binding energy per nucleon in this class. So the binding energy per nucleon can be calculated using the formula binding energy per nucleon equal to total binding energy of the nucleus divided by total number of nucleons in the nucleus, which is A. So this value will give you the binding energy available per nucleon in order to bind them together in the nucleus. The binding energy per nucleon is very much related to nuclear stability, the stability of the nucleus to remain as it is. So if we experimentally find out the binding energy per nucleon available for various nucleus and plot a graph with mass number or number of nucleons along the x-axis and binding energy per nucleon along the y-axis, the obtained graph is like this. The curve is like this. So for lighter nucleus, you can see the binding energy available per nucleon is very less. And when we move up, as the mass number increases, the binding energy per nucleon increases sharply and it reaches a stable state here. In this region, in this intermediate region, binding energy per nucleon is maximum. Then when we move to the heavier nucleus, the binding energy per nucleon is getting lesser. So since the binding energy per nucleon is related to nuclear stability, we can conclude that more stable atoms are found in this intermediate region. Here, binding energy per nucleon is highest in this part, in this intermediate region, and these nucleus in this part will have maximum stability. So if you look closely, you can see iron, which has 56 number of nucleons, has the highest binding energy per nucleon. Its value is around 8.79 mega electron volt, and that is the maximum value of binding energy per nucleon for any of the nucleus. So its mass number A can be found from the x-axis to be equal to 56. 56 is the mass number. So in the lower part and in the higher part, for lighter nuclei as well as heavier nuclei, the binding energy per nucleon is lesser. And in order to attain stability, the tendency is naturally to move to this part, move to this intermediate part. So what will the lighter nuclei will do? They will try to combine together and thereby increase their mass number, thus moving up in this curve, up through this curve, gaining more binding energy per nucleon. And the tendency of the nucleus in this heavier mass region will be to split up, reduce their mass number, reduce their number of nucleons, thereby increasing their binding energy. So in this mass region, in this lighter mass region and in this heavier mass region, the tendency of the nucleus will be to move to this intermediate part, attain this region, thereby increasing the binding energy per nucleon and the stability. So we define the nuclear fusion process as the combining together of two nucleus in order to form a heavier nucleus. So in this part, the lighter nucleus will try to combine together and attain more stability by increasing their mass number and increasing their binding energy per nucleon. So they will undergo nuclear fusion. Similarly, the heavier nucleus will try to split up, the process called nuclear fission, and thereby decrease the number of nucleons, the mass number, and reach this part. So this is the fusion process and the fission process. Heavier nucleus will undergo fission, try to reduce their mass number and reach this point. Lighter nucleus will try to combine together, try to increase their mass number and reach this point to attain the maximum stable mass number. So this is the concept of binding energy per nucleon and nuclear stability. I hope you understood this session. Thank you.